Hello students, Sairam. I welcome you all to the part 4 of chapter number 5, Separation of Substances. In previous session, we have seen 4 methods of separation which are hand picking, threshing, winnowing, sieving, and in today's session, we are going to continue with the remaining methods of separation that are sedimentation and decantation, evaporation and condensation. So let's begin with this. Dear children, sedimentation and decantation are the methods of separation. We will study them together and they are very simple. Here we have rice grains full of impurities. Earlier we have separated these impurities by hand picking method. But now in this case, if I'll put some water in these rice grains and if I allowed it to settle down for some time, what I observed was these impurities will float in water as it is shown in the picture. You must have seen your mother cleaning rice grains before cooking them, so that the impurities will come at the top of the rice and the rice grains will settle down at the bottom of the container. Here the rice grains have settled at the bottom. We call them as sediment. So the process of separating substances where heavier components in the mixture settles down after water is added to it is known as sedimentation. So the pic shown on the screen shows the sedimentation method. The rice has settled down after we have added water to it. Now we will see what is decantation. So the process in which water or any other liquid above the sediment is removed without disturbing the sediment is called as decantation. Children, here what is sediment? Sediment is which one settled down at the bottom of this mixture. So children, one thing come in your mind that what is sediment? Sediment is the part of the mixture which settled down at the bottom of the container. So without disturbing this sediment, if we remove the impurities in this by removing the liquid, this process is called as decantation. Students, once again we will revise what is sedimentation and decantation by comparison. Here, when a component in a mixture settles down after water is added to it, this process is known as sedimentation, and the process in which water or any other liquid above the sediment is removed without disturbing the sediment is called as decantation. Decantation process is used to separate two immiscible liquids such as oil and water. You know, decantation can be used to separate oil and water because both of them form a separate layer. If you try to mix oil and water together, they will form separate layers, right? The water will settle down at the bottom and the oil will form a layer at the top of the container. So you can simply tilt the glass and remove the oil, and thus you are able to separate oil and water. So children, this process is called as decantation. Now children, we will look at sedimentation and decantation with the help of some examples. Here we have a glass of water. Then I have added some mud or soil in it. After some time, what you will observe? That the soil will settle down after some time at the bottom of this glass, isn't it? So what is this? This is sedimentation. Sedimentation means settling down of the particles at the bottom. The sediment has settled down at the bottom. Sedimentation is the process in which we allow the sediment to settle down at the bottom of the liquid or water. In this example, soil is a sediment. which is settled down at the bottom. So now next what I will do is I will take another glass, and without disturbing the sediment I will pour the liquid in different glass, which I have shown you on the screen. Now what will happen, children? The mud particles or soil particles and the liquid gets separated. Soil has separated and the water which we have separated still have some finer impurities. But this separation of soil particles and the water is called as decantation. Here, children, separation of the sediment and the liquid is known as decantation. So, as I told you that we have been able to separate soil particles, but this water has some finer impurities. Now, what will you do to separate these finer impurities? We will put a filter paper above the glass and we will pass this liquid over this filter paper, and this is what you will get. You will again get a pure water. So this process is known as filtration. I really hope that you understood all these three processes. What is filtration, what is decantation, and what is sedimentation. Let's look at it once again. The sediment, the soil particles has settled down at the bottom after some time. Then by pouring out the liquid, we have separated soil and water. So this was the decantation, and to remove finer impurities from this water, we have to pass it through a filter paper. So this process is called as filtration. I hope, children, you understood all these three processes. Now we will look at the filtration process with more details. So what is filtration? It is a method of separating an insoluble solids from a liquid by passing through them a medium. Often it is a filter paper. Why we are saying insoluble solids? Because suppose if you have a glass of water and if you will mix sugar in it, then after mixing sugar, can you separate the sugar and water by using filter paper? Obviously no, you can't do it, right? You can't separate the sugar and the water by the process of filter paper, as the sugar is dissolved in the water. Here, children, we use filtration method only for the insoluble solids, so that after by using filter paper we can collect insoluble solids on the filter paper. By using filtration, you can only separate an insoluble solid in a liquid by passing through the filter paper. So that's why we are saying here that the filtration can be used to separate insoluble solids from a liquid. This filtration process is also used to separate pulps and seeds from juice. It is also used to separate cheese or paneer from milk. So here is a diagram. You can see that filter paper. Here is the filter paper which was kept on the funnel. If you will put the liquid in this way from the top, you will pass the liquid to the filter paper, and what you get is a crystal clear pure liquid over here, and this is called filtrate. What you get after filtration, we call this as filtrate. Here, children, next method of separation is which we have to study is evaporation. All of you know about the evaporation. What is evaporation? when liquid gets converted into vapor. This process is known as evaporation. But look at this, evaporation is also used as a method of separation. You never thought about it? Now we will see where evaporation can be used to separate two substances. So evaporation can be used to separate solids which are dissolved in a liquid. As I told you that when solids are dissolved in liquid like salt in water or sugar in water, you can't use filtration to separate those substances like salt and sugar which are dissolved in water. So when the solids are dissolved in a liquid, evaporation is the method used to separate them, and this is how we separate salt from seawater. You know that seawater contains a lot of salt in it. Now we will see how this is done from seawater. The seawater is allowed to stand in shallow pits for few days. What will happen then, children? Water will get heated by sunlight and slowly the water will turn into vapor. Water will evaporate, and in a few days the water will evaporate completely, and what you will be left behind with salt. Then common salt is obtained by the mixture of salt by purification. There are mixture of other salts in this salt. So you will obtain the common salt by purifying process. I hope, children, you understood that seawater is allowed to stand in these shallow pits for quite few days. The sunlight will evaporate the water and you will be left with salt. This is the method of evaporation to get the salt from seawater. Let's move forward. There are some instances one method of separation is not sufficient to separate the different substances present in a mixture. In such situation, we use more than one method of separation. This topic we are going to continue in the next session. Till then, goodbye, children.